who that? Because being a man, you got to establish some respect, and to get respect, you got to draw blood a little bit. So outside of, we ain't talking about the military. I don't want you hanging on the military. That's a white man shit, and you just work up under them. I'm saying, what other races of men is intimidated by you?
Why are we judging intimidation by success or by what's name? So hold on, I gotta ask you a question.
In order to build something, you have to establish a threat. No other races of men is threatened by you, brother.
No, hold on. Again, so who's threatened by Asian men? Answer the question.
Oh my God.
Nobody. Yeah, I know. See, again, you said.
So, Asian man is.
I'm not done saying. Hold on, brother. Again, you said you were the dumbest nigga in the room.
Terrorists, right? Those terrorists need Asians, right? So the terrorists, right? That goes to show you how Asians is very important. How Mexicans are very important. I'm saying African American. Where is your importance outside of the niggas? Where's where they need it? Like they got to not worry about Mr. Fantastic. Basically, what I'm saying is no other races of men is threatened by you. They don't need shit from you. You don't own shit. You don't build nothing. You don't got nothing. Even though you work in the military, right? And you got a problem with me being on government assistance. But guess what? You government assistance, but guess what? You retire from the government. Guess what you can't do? You can't kick me off because you don't got that power. You ain't shit. You ain't shit. Kick me off the government then. You don't like me being on welfare, kick me off then, government. You fought for.
I'm back, y'all. We back. We gotta get to the salute to everybody. Jay Prince for President debates Mr. Fantastic 824 on DJ Hamp's channel. They get into a conversation. The conversation was well-rounded, but they get into a debate about, you know, the typical street guy versus the typical nerd, working guy type nerd guy that isn't from the streets, and they get into this debate. This is all I want to say. A lot of people, I see them go at JP and shit like that. Maybe they say that he on welfare. He says it too.
Oh, no, you can't be serious. That is some bullshit right there.
He's not the smartest in the room. But somehow, some way, it seemed like JP be getting the best of these people. They got the scholarships, but he be making a point. He'd be like, wait a minute, bro. Why is JP right? I'm telling you, even if you don't agree with JP, bro, you be like, wait a minute, bro. Why he sounding right now? Exactly. We're going to get into that. Make sure everybody subscribing to the channel. Everybody subscribe to Ongo. Make sure y'all dropping your likes. I'm going to be doing a poll. Hit the poll. Pause. If y'all see it in the chat, let's get into it, though. It's crazy.
You fought for 20 years with your life.
Yo, 20 years with your life, boy.
All his money.
You got to get into this.
He like regretted.
Good morning, AFR. Jeez Louise.
Nigga, the streets is over. The streets, fuck you do.
At our age, I got to agree with you at our age.
40, if you're over 30 out here motherfucking playing in the streets, you lame as fuck. Okay? You're lame. And 9 times out of 10, you're going to end up in motherfucking prison, spreading your cheeks and lifting your sack. And we know what happens, Hamp. Speaking of the prison niggas, if you're there more than 5 years, okay? If you're in prison more than 5 years, you fucking with them boys, okay? All right, so hey.
People can say that about the military because I think there's more gay activities in the military than it is in prison. First off, it's illegal. Let me say this real quick. And this is no disrespect. I'm just trying to state the facts. It's illegal in prison. You got some of your anomalies, your one-offs, but it's completely legal in the military. So don't just say that prison is where a lot of gay men, but And not to mention the military also have that more than the prisons do.
The difference is this, though. The difference is this. We know they're gay.
Don't ask, don't tell.
Yeah. We know they're gay motherfuckers in the military, bro. And it's cool, and it's whatever.
No, we did not know that. I ain't never thought a soldier that white people is gay.
Well, you're a person. Any person can be whatever, right? But the thing about it is that even when the prisoners tell you, you go to any one of these prisons,
they whack people off.
Tubers, and
they whack men off.
The story is gonna be what? Their most popular story is gonna be about niggas getting their ass took. Okay.
Can you hey, DJ? Can you imagine?
Hold on, JP. Let him finish. You got the floor.
The most famous jail nigga of all time said booty is more important than water. Take the L, hold it, and get the fuck out of my face. Stop
I think that's just.
What famous jail nigga he talking about, bro? Booty is more famous than water? The most famous, whatever the hell he just said. Pause, first of all, son. What the hell is Mr. Fantastic talking about, bro? I would like to see what the hell he's talking about, bro. Jail nigga, what? I don't know what the hell he talking about.
Him, but DJ, can you imagine the military fighting against the war and all them niggas got a BBL? War, DJ, can you imagine the military fighting against the war and all them niggas got a BBL? And titties and shit.
Let me ask this. What straight man would even say something like that? The funny part
is up in an army suit with a big ass fat booty that is a BBL and titties.
The funny part
with a big ass.
The funny part
is up in an army suit with a big ass fat booty that is a BBL and titties.
The funny part is this. The funny part is the nigga that talked about going to jail and him imagining.
I'm heating up.
That. The funny part is the nigga that been to jail and the first thing that takes up in the military is a nigga with a BBL.
Why is you defending that? You know that's real though. Am I lying?
It's not real. It's not real. I'm gonna say it again.
There's no gay men in the military.
You said you love being the dumb one in the room. So walk with me with this, okay?
In the military.
You said you love being the dumb one in the room. So walk with me with this, okay? I know it's slow. You got to process it. You said you love being the dumb one in the room. So walk with me with this, okay? I know it's slow. You got to process it.
The reason why
being the dumb one in the room. So walk with me with this, okay? I know it's slow. You got to process it.
The reason why I like to be the dumb one is okay.
Your mic is low, Mr. Fantastic. Cut off the noise. Hold on, real quick. Cut off the noise. You got noise suppression on?
Hold on.
Cut off noise suppression. Because it'll suppress your mic too. Just keep the echo.
All right, cool. All right, cool.
Let me say this right quick, y'all. So the chat wanted us to just let the video play, and then I could drop the link and we'll come up here and react. Now, if y'all want, it turns some smiles upside down. You can't defute what I'm saying. But if I'm the dumbest, that means y'all supposed to be the smartest. I shouldn't be making you stumble on your words, making you sound like you're an adolescent with a speech impediment. You done graduated from Harvard. I'm just saying, brother. But you can't say gay men now. In gay men, yeah, there's gay men in prison, but they was gay before they even went to prison. It's illegal to have gay acts and stuff like that. Whereas when you go to the military, it's completely okay. Like before the military allowed that, from the numbers, it would look like it wasn't no gay men because no ask, don't tell rule. But the moment they gave them the options to wear BBL while they go shooting people, right? Now that number done increased dramatically because now it's legal. Wow.
AFR was good.
Salute to you, DJ Hamp. Once again, you're running a great panel, man. Listen, I better example and actually famous, not resistance to the white man, no matter how that had to actually grow up in the hood, hats, all that stuff. And you follow as well. Largely, you say there was all these some people. Okay, and then he was in.
He was trying to.
Yeah, he's really
floor. That's
same false stuff. They like. I remember the fashion.
Yeah, right. I mean, well, right. FUBU started to fade.
It created a lot of men down low men, but the moment and you just agreed, it created a lot of men here. It was just mean DL brothers. So if men were gay in the military, they had to hide it. So that means when they got drugged out of there, that means that created a lot of DL brothers. So it doesn't mean that those gay men wasn't there. It was just mean that they had to pretend like they was not. It created a lot of men down low men. But the moment, and you just agreed, the moment they gave people the right to go to be gay in the military, and they skyrocket.
I didn't use those words. Did not use those words, sir.
Wait, hold on. I didn't cut you off. And
yes,
they still don't cover the men that still, because of their pride, still don't cover the men that's kind of down low still. So that's another subcheck sector of people that still might be in the military that's down low. That's that. When it comes to the street dudes, bro, you said nerds, I mean, these uppity nerds is taking over, bro. That's a lot still. Man, I'm looking at the nerds today that comes online. I'm still juggling, like I'm tossing women all up in the air as credit. And while these men coming up here keep talking about they can't find a woman to do this and who out the bam, I just got a host from the Pop the Balloon show that they come up here cooking me dinner. But the butlers, they ain't every once in a while you get a couple of butlers. I'm not saying men can't get no woman, period, but
right.
A lot of times women don't find that character of this. I think this is what I've been saying my whole life.
Terrible women don't find us attractive. Wait, fix that for you.
If you're not no gangster in a black or no ghetto nigga in the hood, black women gonna look at you like you gay. Damn near. If you gotta either be criminal, you damn near gotta be a criminal or you gay. If you want around here acting like you white, she gonna look at you like
Jay, you've gone through traumatic things. Hold on, Jay. You've gone through traumatic things in the hood, right? Hold on. Didn't you go through traumatic things in the hood? Like, I went through traumatic things that made me want to get out of the place. Like, especially smart people in the hood, they either get out or they crash out.
Interrupt you, dude. You didn't want to interrupt it. So, and another thing when it comes to black niggas in the ghetto is the reason why we got a lot of freedoms that we have today. Because you got to think about it. Most of the nerds was more conformative. They bow down. They don't have no fight. The original word thugs came from the niggas that was rebelling against the white man. That's where the word thug come from. The thugs, when you say the word thugs, I don't think us black men that come from that neighborhood should feel bad because we a thug. That was a white man label that he labeled us black men, the warrior class that's gonna rebel against them. And when you talking about man, we die, we got a short lifespan. I can say yes. I do believe, especially as the position that black men are in today, basically living on their back. I do believe that men we warriors, we supposed to die of crime. We supposed to die fighting, right? The woman is the only one should live in natural causes because at the end of the day, we all got a lifespan, right? It's a lot of men die, but everybody can't go to the military, right? So what about the men that's dying in the military? They getting back in the military just as well as they is in the streets. But I can say that I'd rather die young, live fast, die young, than live old on my knees, begging.
Quick question. So again, you proclaim to be from the street, of the street nigga.
I am the streets.
Okay, you are the street. So why the fuck are you alive?
Some niggas make it.
Nah, you ain't about the shit you living about.
All street dudes don't die. I got a lot of uncles and cousins. We all street, and a lot of them ain't in their 60s.
You had your time. Now, bro, again, you not about that, dog. You're not. You're a lot. All of your record is
go ahead, bro.
bullshit, bro. You not about that. You are a worse cosplayer than the real than the nerds, right? The real niggas are the niggas that's halfway in the street, one in, one out. You're not total. You're not moving.
I think that's disingenuous for him to ask him, if you are a street ninja, why are you alive? We know many people that is from the streets or live that life and they are alive. See what I'm saying? This is where I'm saying the conversation becomes kind of disingenuous, or where a person in another position thinks like, what is he saying? Does that make sense? No, it doesn't. I understand what he's trying to say, but it seems like he's more trying to say a point just to say something to JP when he has a chance to really make a real solid point to him. You know what I'm saying? So let's continue.
Moving that, and you not definitely not. I know nothing.
I never come up here and try to convince you of that.
I know nothing, right? So in the tier of street niggas, you are at the bottom. Okay, you're not, again, being in the streets and being of the streets and all this.
How you know what's a street nigga? What do they do?
I'm from Macon, Georgia. I've lived up and down.
We ain't talking about what they do. What did you do in the street?
Stop cutting me off. I'm from Macon, Georgia.
Good morning if y'all just entered the building. Yo, look, I'm just blocking Duke right here, man. What's his name? American. This nigga look like Ned Flanders, look like Homer Simpson, homeboy. Look, let me let it play so y'all can see.
Georgia, okay? Hold on, shut up, bro. I didn't say nothing while you was talking. I'm from Macon, Georgia. I live in Jacksonville, Florida. I was living in fucking Norfolk, Virginia for I don't know how long. If you don't understand what the fuck that means, again, you just don't know. Listen, you don't have to be in the streets to fucking see the streets and understand the streets. The street niggas love saying this shit and it's dumb, okay? It is not that complicated, all right? Being a fucking criminal, a bad one, all right, it's not hard. Being a bad criminal, meaning you end up locked the fuck up, all right? You got to sit your ass down behind them bars. Is not difficult. And it is not admirable for you to fucking.
It's true, though. That's true, though. He's making a point with that. So I'm not going to say that he's not saying something that's real. Because Mr. Fantastic is saying something that's real, too. You know what I'm saying? It's just how he was coming at that one point that I had. So let's just see how he continues build.
Throw your life away and then go work for the same white man you keep talking about, right? For free. Throw your life away for years for the same white man you keep trying to talk about. It's a problem to fucking go and work for the military when there's a fucking positive outcome. So again, thank you again for being the dumbest nigga in the room and proving it. All right? The street shit is not hard. We done all seen gang members. We done all seen drug dealers. We done all seen motherfucking real, true killers. Bro, I knew the killer niggas in Macon, and I was a fucking nerd. A nerd and a motherfucking basketball player, okay? The street niggas' names, the nigga that was really putting in work, everybody knew their name. So what we talking about here, bro?
So let me respond to you right quick. So you trying to make it seem like it's just this easy stuff. Actually, it's a lot of street life for myself. A lot of it, these were the cards I was dealt since I was a little kid. It was environments that I had to, it was not only just my environments, my family was this. My uncles, my big brothers, my cousins, even the women of my family that was raising me come from this, right? You gotta, that shit is hard when you gotta see a lot of people. I remember one time we was outside in the projects and my mom was talking to her friend named Puddin'. And somebody drove up and shot the woman down while my mom was talking to her, deleted her. Right, that's just one incident. While I was outside eating a sausage sandwich, we was all used to listen to that Too Short song, talking about the ghetto. Everybody was outside when that happened. So that's one. A lot of times, I look at the street dudes more braver. When you got to go in that corner every day, and you know you might. It's a high chance you're gonna die. You're gonna get into a fight. You're gonna get backdoored, you're gonna go to jail. You gotta watch out for everybody, but the people that you gotta watch out for supposed to be having your back as well. when you know that you moving weight, I went to jail for selling before I got caught selling dope. I was been selling dope. That was just the time I got caught. But when you know every day you get up that corner, even one sale, one dope sale, this could be a controlled buy, a CI, right? So it's still, and you know all of the risks, and you willing to still do it for whatever reasons. Most of the niggas do it to feed their families who out the bam. And you still do it, and knowing that you're gonna go to jail, you are the bravest of the black community. You are that man. That's what the American military do. That's what made American. That's what made American great. Why? Because American take his street soldiers to other countries, rob, steal, delete, and sell dope. You mentioned Florida. Florida built off dope. This is the American's way. So when you see us black men emulating that same behavior, it's just that y'all are the safe niggas. Y'all are the dudes just got to get permission from another man. That's women, they don't view you masculine.
Let me say that.
Hold on, you be asking for extra cups of water from the white man behind bars. What the fuck you talking about?
Here we go, real quick, right? Hey, y'all got the floor. I just want to make sure we get B Middleton in. Got a few super chats to read, man. Make sure y'all support the show.
I gotta ask you, how y'all think about that? JP says the person that goes on the corner selling the drugs, whatever the case, you know what I'm saying, that's out there setting up shop. These people are the realest people. And the people that's, I guess, getting a check, or I guess Mr. Fantastic was in the Army or the Marines or whatever, in the forces or whatever, at some point. So he's making a part at that too, but he's making a point to people that basically don't live that lifestyle. He's saying that these people are really the brave people, knowing that you're going to go in that corner, knowing that nobody like you, knowing that people going to backdoor you, knowing all of these things to provide for your family. You're going to go out there and still do it. You know what I mean? In a lot of ways, many people could look at it and say, yeah, but if you're still doing these things, it's foolish. Many people are going to say that. Yes, it's foolish. You know what I mean? So I can agree with anybody in the chat that's saying that as well. You know what I mean? But in a sense, I can see as if the world, maybe right now, he's saying purposely right now, you is not like that, then you're not masculine and a woman is not viewing you masculine. You know what I'm saying? Let's say the world turned Booker Eli. You know what I'm saying? Now the dudes that's running around living that type of lifestyle, maybe it might be topsy-turvy because these people ain't got no cool, nothing. They don't care about nothing. You know what I'm saying? But JP is saying right now, not no Booker Eli times, right now, if you're not a person that lives like that, then really, you're not the bravest of the bravest. What do you think about that? Because even people that go to war, you know what I'm saying? That's real too, son. You know what I'm saying? Whether you go on war for the white man or not, it's still war, son. You know what I mean? You're still going to war, bro. What do y'all think about that?
Please. I just want to, this is what I need us to agree upon, right? There is an admiration in our community for that archetype. And we say it's the women, right? But it's the men as well. There's an admiration for the archetype of the quote unquote street nigga, right? Whether we were that, whether we saw it, whether we love to hate it, there's an admiration. We have some type of affinity.
Shout out to the 111 people here. Make sure y'all hit the super chat, hit the cash app, support the stream, hit the like button, hit the share button. Let's get our stream out here. So everybody come in and enjoy this conversation, y'all. Let's go.
And I think in America we do, right? John Dillinger. These are all people that we made a bunch of movies out of. So we have an admiration for that archetype that'll seemingly push against the system. Although we know most people get locked up and go to jail because they stop pushing at a point, right? But there's a lot of admiration for that archetype. Do you guys think that that's a fair statement, whether it's men or women?
Yeah.
It's a fair statement, but I want to push back just a tiny bit. I personally don't have an affinity for Jesse James, for Frank Lucas,
but no,
for none of these
anecdotally,
people.
yes. No,
Let me finish.
My statement. My statement was we right? So I understand that there's people who do not, but I'm saying that
as a collective, I understand. I get that point, and you're right about that. But I will say there is a sizable percentage of people in general that I like maybe more of the anti-hero. That's the closest to a person I could appreciate, like the Punisher, like Shaft, like who's another? You know, you see like somebody like in a gray area within the law, but not,
they're doing it for honorable reasons, seemingly, right?
Yeah.
You know, and
so that's all I wanted to push back on.
I think that's fair, and I think we all kind of see that because when people, it's just an odd thing in these environments, right? Everybody ain't doing drugs either, right? So when these people are outside hustling and things of that nature, right? There's families that they are feeding. There's places that they are protecting. Like Bumpy Johnson, you couldn't tell nobody in Harlem that Bumpy wasn't a hero, right? Because he created his own numbers racket as opposed to dealing with the Italians and things of that nature, although it was quote unquote illegal. You know, so there's a funny marriage between that crime, what was crime and what wasn't, right? Because prohibition was how Al Capone and them made $1 billion, right? But now it's legal, so now it's cool. So it just an interesting dynamic, you know, between us and criminality, you know.
And just pay attention to the movie, DJ. Which movies you like to watch? The nerdy black movies or the gangster movies? Boys in the Hood, Men in Society. That goes to show you the mindset. This is why the men.
Goodfellas is my favorite movie. Goodfellas is the Italian.
Outside of the Italians, right? When you bring it home to